While trying to mount the work, there were several hindrances and obstacles we faced due to the nature of the space that is at Marvels. The natural elements, the plants and the stones and everything else in the area kind of didn't, augur well with the rope since they were tied together, knots and uh, rope. It was quite difficult getting it up to the point where we wanted it, since they were going to be, laid over the course. So it was quite troublesome getting it up there. Eventually, when we managed to get it up, what we had feared most, being the sag, we couldn't avoid it. It was almost an unavoidable situation. So, well, we sort of ad-libbed there, and that was where Bernard Akoi-Jackson became, a very essential, mind in solving that problem. What he did was we collected the various rope members from the middle. So he grouped them in such a way that they pulled from the various points, the 4 points. So the tighter it became, or the tighter he pulled, or the more he pulled, the tighter it became. So it was able to suspend at a higher plane than it used to. So now what we had to do was tie the members he had collected from the middle. So we tied them up and then got the work to hang up from a considerable distance, which was high enough to accommodate the average human human height. So then he brought a very ingenious idea also to macrame the rope that had been collected, so it would have some sort of aesthetic, not not just to serve as, a point where rope was gathered and tied, but also would have this aesthetic sense to it, which could affect the work in a from another dimension. And it worked for the general look, even though it was not planned. That component, I think, I eventually ended up loving uh, that improvisation that we did. As part of the artist project, this is sort of an assessment of how external objects or foreign objects, as what we have done, that we call the roof over marvels, the introduction, when these kind of objects are introduced in spaces, how how well or not they integrate with the already existent structures or elements in the space, and also how they, or what they do to affect perception and interaction, and in the sort of responses they elicit from the subject or the viewer.